There are dozens of bakeries and chocolate shops scattered across Winnipeg, each making their own specialty and gourmet sweets. Tonight, we take you on a ride to some of the city's great bakeries and chocolate shops and taste test some of their great goods. When you think of dessert spots in Winnipeg, you think of Generate Cakes. They are now celebrating their 10th anniversary with 3 shops open and a 4th coming soon. But the inspiration of all of this began 14 years ago when Jenna Hutchinson was watching some TV.
I was watching an episode of Cake Boss one day and I was like, I can do that. That looks like so much fun and looks easy enough. So I went out to buy everything I needed to make my first fondant cake and made it, and it was very, very hard, but I just instantly was hooked.
And it was so cute.
Yeah, it was very cute.
580 Academy Road is their original flagship store, and Jenna didn't know it then, but she says it was the best decision she's made.
I've always been artistic, but Ash is like the artistic one of us, so I never saw myself as artistic, and I saw this, I'm like, that looks like something I could do. I like working with my hands. Something about it just spoke to me. I can't even speak to what it exactly was, but something just like called out to me. I was like, I have to try this.
And that instinct led to them being Winnipeg famous with over 200,000 followers on Instagram. We were given a behind-the-scenes look inside the commercial kitchen at the Generate Cakes headquarters on St. James. This is where the magic happens, and I was able to experience what making that magic looks like by making Ashley's all-time favorite cupcake, which is a Swiss roll cupcake, chocolate base topped with a fluffy marshmallow frosting dipped in chocolate with added sprinkles. Squeeze and roll around.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Just like that.
Oh boy. After my first few attempts were throwaways, I was able to eventually get the hang of it, much thanks to the help of both Jenna and Ashley, of course. So what makes your cupcakes so good? I feel like a lot of people want to know. I mean, when people come to the stores, they just simply, I want that one, that looks so good.
Yeah.
What are their, not the secret ingredients, but what makes it so good?
Well, we actually have the recipes in our cookbook if you really want to make them at home. Yeah. But we do use a lot of really high quality ingredients, and of course they look great because our attention to detail is always there. That's great. Look, your color.
Higher.
Great progression. I think, I mean, the key to any cupcake is having that really moist base, and then the topping needs to complement that. So we stuff a lot of our cupcakes, and we have a lot of them with different flavors. We change them weekly, and we get off just nice and fresh, and people coming back for more. And people definitely have their favorites that they ask for week to week, but we always like to switch it out too.
They make around 8,000 macarons in a week, on top of making thousands of cupcakes, but it could be more or less depending on the week.
I think it's so important to have passions in life. And it doesn't mean you have to turn it into a career. We got lucky that way.
Yeah.
But just having something in your life that just like, you just can't wait to work on. Like I'll spend all night working on something that I'm excited about, and it doesn't bother me at all. So I think just having that in your life, whether it's a job or just a hobby or anything, I just think it's so important.
I think the world and all the options now can be so overwhelming to young kids. I definitely feel for them. And I think you should treat every single job you have, right from the point when you're 16 and you start working at Skinner's, like serving hot dogs. I think you need to treat every job that it's your career and it's really important and you're dependable and you show up and you have a great work ethic, because that takes you so far in life. And when someone comes into our business that we see has that spark, we work with them to work them up to management every time, because you just know how rare that is. So I think that can take you really, really far in life.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Oh gosh.
Oh my god. Amazing. Damn, that is good. It's another baked goods staple in Winnipeg. Goodies Bake Shop on Ellis has been in operation since 1984. When you walk into the store, it's almost an overwhelming sight with the number of desserts that are completed on the storefront.
It's funny that you say overwhelmed, because that's the first thing that people say the first time they're here. Oh my gosh, it's overwhelming. Yes, that's how I would describe it too. From a production standpoint, we have a lot of different departments. So we have a department in the back that does all the basic like baking, the cookies, the squares, the sponges. And then from there it goes into prep, which means like taking the cakes, cutting them, doing the different fillings, doing the insides of the products. From there, It goes to the other side where we do all the finishing, make it all pretty, and then from there it goes to the storefront where we have it ready for you.
And there is a lot of work that goes into making all these cakes and pastries.
So on a day-to-day basis, we make between 40 and 50 types of cake. And then there's also cheesecake, which we make 9 types on a day-to-day basis. Individual desserts, I would say, again, differs day to day. On a regular day, around 50 different types. Weekends and holidays, because of course Easter, right? It could be up to 70 types a day. And then pies, of course, we have pies. And I think we have eight different types of pie that we make every day.
Goodies has 6 workers from Ukraine employed at the shop, something of which Peter says is important to her.
They're very grateful that they're treated like family, and that just because they don't know fluent English, that it's not an issue, never will be an issue. They're talented, they know what to do, and they do their work. Oh, look at that! You're gonna be a decorator.
I was able to get a hands-on experience decorating cake with one of the workers from Ukraine, meet Oksana. She arrived in Winnipeg 2 years ago from Ukraine and has been working at Goodies since her arrival. Although she isn't much with words, her decorating skills certainly speak louder, and of course, much better than mine. I made a 5-inch chocolate truffle cake and was given the great opportunity to decorate the cake. First, we applied some chocolate icing on the cake and proceeded to spread it out on the cake to make it look nice. But I mean, as you can see, there is quite the contrast between 10 years of decorating work from Oksana and 5 minutes from me. Once Oksana fixed my mess, she showed me how to pipe some icing onto the cake to let the beauty of the cake shine, which followed with more decorating, of course adding chocolate ganache into the center of the piece and rolling chocolate to add the finishing touches. And voila, this is how you decorate a Goodies cake. Oksana is just one of the many employees making desserts daily for all types of occasions, including birthday parties, weddings, and massive conventions hosting hundreds of people. But Peter says they sometimes tackle bigger projects which pose challenges.
We have the same custom cake decorators that we've had for many years. I throw them challenges all the time, and they love it. They love doing something new. They're always excited. Oh, something new. Because as you can probably tell, like the unicorn cake, the Barbie cake, Paw Patrol, you know, they do many, day after day. And then all of a sudden, now we're making like a 3D train with, you know, different compartments. And that's, yeah, like that can be very challenging. But they come with a great attitude, and yeah, they like a challenge, so it's good. It's good for us. It means everything to me, honestly. There's so much support, so like supporting local, and food is a big thing in Winnipeg, and to be considered one of the like very most popular is just, it's a great feeling to be appreciated. I know that my staff is just absolutely incredible. Everything that we do is because of them, and they're so artistic, they're so amazing, and then people come in and appreciate that, and that's what I love to see, because they work really hard and they're super talented. This is all art, great art.
Afternoon hunger got you down? There's nothing better than a delicious, creamy Oikos high-protein snack. It's time for Oikos.
Philly is on 92.1 City. Joe is on 92.1 City.
Hey guys.
Yep, and Kirby is on 92.1 City.
I think they mixed up our shirt sizes.
I don't know. Seems fine to me.
Yeah, looks good to me.
Put it on Philly, Joe, and Kirby. Mornings on Winnipeg's rock station, 92.1 City.
For over 100 years, Jameson has been here for you, putting quality and pure ingredients first. And we're here for 100 more. With our 360 quality commitment, Jameson Immune Support products are here for you to help support your immune function for moments that matter. Jameson is here for your health.
Spring into savings at the Spring into Action sale on now at Home Hardware.
Save up to 25% on select Scott's Lawn Care. And get a great price on Decorator Venture deck boards. Only at Home Hardware and Building Centers. Here's how.
They're here. The bold taste of buffalo is at Popeyes for a limited time. Try the Buffalo Crispy Chicken Wrap or the Loaded Buffalo Poutine before they're gone.
Your smile does not belong to you. It belongs to the world. It's a first impression. It's your greatest currency and your most valuable gift. Manuka and Koster Denture Clinic. We know the importance of your smile.
Bending down to the ground to put on your shoes is kind of a pain. Until now. Introducing new Skechers Slip-ins. Hands-free technology for your footwear. Just step in and off you go. Putting your shoes on has never been easier. Plus, they're even machine washable. Go hands-free with your footwear with new Skechers Slip-ins.
The idea is to, where am I going? Oh!
Dude, don't you forget how to skate.
All right. Okay. I meant to do this.
Decadence Chocolates, we're an artisan chocolate shop. Everything that you see chocolate-wise in our store is made in our kitchen back there. So we use the finest French chocolate that we import from France. It's a more expensive product, but it has a nicer mouthfeel, nicer taste, and much better product. Fresh natural ingredients go into anything else that we make. So I'm just heating the chocolate a tiny little bit so that it melts, and we can stick the two halves of the eggs together.
There's nothing in the world that is better than chocolate. That's what Helen Staines, the owner of Decadence Chocolate in Winnipeg's West Broadway area, says. She has owned and operated the business for 8 years, loving every single minute of it.
So I've always been in hospitality. I've worked in hotels, restaurants, pubs, clubs, cruise ships, in kitchens, front of house. And about 15 years ago, I decided to make Christmas presents. So I made truffles. They were the size of golf balls. I made marshmallow that got stuck in my hair. I made nougat that just didn't set, but I kind of realized how much I loved the process. I'd forgotten. So I decided to look into a course, which I found an online course, and took that, and then the rest is kind of history.
In a day, Helen says they make around 500 chocolate bars, including other items such as ice cream and toffee, but what they make depends on the time of year.
We make handmade bonbons, which are in our case. So these are all natural. They don't have any preservatives in them, which is why they're in the case. So it's a chocolate shell, and then we make different ganaches with cream and butter and fruit purees and natural infusions of coffee and herbs and that kind of thing. Then we have more shelf-stable items on the shelves. We're very well known for our polar bears. We make these by the thousands. So they're a very cute item. They go around the world. Our chocolate bars, we have 26 different flavors. You'll find them here at the store, but around the city as well. We're going to tap it, and then we're going to scrape off the excess chocolate.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'll do my best here. I was able to get a little behind-the-scenes experience with Helen and her team making chocolate Easter egg shells.
Yep. Okay, so you're going to pass it under. Yeah, fill each hole. Bring it out the other side when it's all full. Very good. Now you're going to take this with one hand and just scrape the excess off. Yeah. Back in. Very good. Scrape this off on the side. Okay, you can take this here. That's it. And then you're going to scrape the sides. Get off the excess chocolate. Good. Okay, I'll take that from you. Now you're going to turn it over. So turn it this way. Oh. Well, you can turn it whichever way you want, as long as it goes in. Yeah, go on. Go. There you go. Good job.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. We're going to clean that off. Just tap off any excess chocolate and change hands so that, are you right-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Yeah. Oh, okay, you got so you're going to go at a 45-degree angle and you're going to scrape all that chocolate off.
All right. Something like that.
Something like that, and then you can turn it back over.
I have a ton of chocolate on my hands.
That's okay. We tidy up the mold a little bit, and there you go. You have made an Easter egg.
There we go. Look at that. Very fancy.
If you want to do something, you've just got to go in with both feet. Get as much information as you can, get as much help as you can, find the resources, get as much training. Be the person who knows what you're talking about. So be an authority on your chocolate, on whatever business you're going into. Get as much information, as much help, and just go for it.
In Winnipeg's St. Boniface area sits chocolatier Constance Pop. The owner, Constance Menzies, has been running the business since 2007, but it wasn't always this way.
I used to be an environmental manager for a manufacturing company, completely different field altogether. My master's degree is in natural resource management, not in food sciences, but I was always very interested in where food comes from and how it's processed, like what people do, how people make things.
During her time off, she would be making food at home, anything from cheeses to bread and several sauces, but it's her love for chocolate that ultimately won her out.
Really liked chocolate, started making chocolate at home, brought it to work. And I remember at Easter time, actually, probably now 18 years ago, I would bring all my chocolates to work, and then they let me be in the conference room and I sold them and people bought them. And then I thought, well, let's do this.
And to her, that decision has paid off.
Doing a lot of very fun things over the years, like going to the Oscars, going to the Golden Globes, making chocolates for the Juno Awards, for the Royal Visits, a whole bunch of other notable people that came through that just kind of gave us that exposure. But really, it's the everyday you and me that shop at this shop, and that's what keeps our business going through all the challenges through the years.
Constance has several original chocolates she makes, including the Manitoba Bar, the Winnipeg Chocolate Bar, and the Blueberry Bark, but there are many other chocolates that are made at the shop.
We're really known for our artistic and creative endeavors with the chocolate, and we do these sorts of things to highlight them. And we've got Wagon Bloom coming up, and so we're the only non-flower entry into this event where we're taking a painting, inspired by that painting, we're making a chocolate showpiece for it. So, and it works its way into our everyday chocolate, the way we decorate our chocolate, the shop, the types of packaging that we use. And we also have a very strong environmental thrust with my background in environmental management, compostable packaging, zero waste. Like they're just the things that we choose to do in our shop that makes the chocolate all the more sustainable. So those are the things. But if you're wanting one item, it would be the chocolate puff, and we're just about to make a bunch of those right now. Actually, we make them this year. We make them into Easter egg shapes, but normally they're just a little round chocolate puffs with the jam and the cookies and the chocolate and the marshmallow. People love those.
I, along with Winnipeg great Al Simmons, who just happened to pop into the shop while we were there, tasted the chocolate marshmallow puffs.
One,
okay.
And you take one.
Okay, we wait. You ready? Mm-hmm. He's always ready.
All right, cheers.
Okay, you tell him.
Cheers.
Maybe show the inside of it to the camera.
Very good.
Wow.
Very nice. Very good.
Andrew? They don't know if he's gonna make it.
Hudson and Rex, new episode Tuesday night 8 Central on City TV.
Heart Royal Flush Tour 2024. November 24th, Canada Life Center. A journey through the hits and timeless classics. The iconic band returns with special guests Bachman Turner Overdrive featuring Randy Bachman. Tickets on sale now at heart-music.com. Don't miss Heart with BTO live.
The power of a skin filler inspires hair repair. New Fructis hair filler system with vitamin CG fills hair with strength 7 layers deep. Repairs up to 1 year of damage in one use. New Fructis hair filler by Garnier.
Times are tough. Groceries are expensive. People get angry. Do you think a protester was involved in this?
This is about the executive who was murdered, isn't it? But it's all over the news.
They're gouging their customers.
It's bread. Can't we just have bread?
I'm just a wholesaler. These guys, they're the Death Star.
Obviously, our name still carries a lot of weight. Our family still owns the majority of the share.
I was assured that you could handle this.
No one said anything about killing anyone.
I love what I do, making pastries, cakes, and all sorts of different laminated doughs.
In the heart of the Exchange District sits Cakeology, home of the flakiest pastries in Winnipeg. The shop reopened in 2021 with an entirely new concept, highlighting French and Asian techniques incorporated with modern flavors.
We wanted to make the Exchange District more lively and fun, so we kind of reopened in the middle of Code Red. Cakeology has so much potential. It's in a great location. Kind of over-the-top ingredients that we do are like miso as well. That's a popular pastry, miso chocolate chip cookie. So we've done some various flavors with Chinese almond. It's basically an apricot kernel. And then salted duck egg, lotus paste. So a bunch of things that are usually normally in a pastry case. We want to kind of expose these flavors to someone who hasn't been exposed yet. So,
and that separates you guys from the rest, right?
I hope so.
Austin and his team prepare a lot of different French pastries, including mousse cakes, cream puffs, tarts, macarons, and other things like cakes and cookies. But one of their best sellers and their feature is what they call the Queen Amande, which is similar to caramelized croissants.
Yeah, so this is our classic Queen Amande here. We're gonna fill it with Nutella whipped ganache, a little bit more Nutella on a drizzle, and then finish it with some toasted hazelnuts. It's awesome.
They make about 90 to 100 of these Queen Amandes in a week, but they make different flavors of it.
Our soup creme, which is one of our popular ones, we make about, let's say, 240 on a day, but it's just for like Friday and Saturday. So this just really reinforces the flavor of Nutella. We build along layers and layers of flavors, so...
I mean, who doesn't like Nutella, right?
Yeah, for sure. Alright, and then the last thing, just some toasted hazelnuts.
Austin is originally from Winnipeg but has worked in New York and several Michelin restaurants in Hong Kong and Copenhagen, but it was important for him to bring all of his experience back to Winnipeg and set up shop here.
My family and friends are all here in Winnipeg, and I decided to kind of bring what I learned across worldwide back to my hometown. For me personally, it's super rewarding to kind of see people that come through the bakery that smile and kind of just makes their day all around.